Hello and welcome to EastMojo. You're watching my report, where we bring to you the latest and biggest development from the east and northeast of India. I'm Madeline Ambrosia, Nagaland correspondent, and I will be your host this evening. I'm also joined by Sally Kapai from Manipur, Chandan Pandey from Tripura, Irani Sonowal Lapcha from Arunachal Pradesh, and Princess Giri Rashir from Meghalaya. Firstly, let's head on to Tripura, where Chandan is waiting for us. There's a development that, among all the northeastern states here, the highest COVID-19 fatality has been reported from Tripura. Over to you, Chandan. Please enlighten us.
Yeah, thank you, madam, for that. So just to inform our viewers, the copy has already been done, and since it was a Sunday, so we have to report it today. So Tripura, as per the report published by the government of India, it says that Tripura ranks first among all the northeastern states. That is 8 states we have in the northeast. Tripura's fertility rate, as per the data which was given on Sunday, it shows that Tripura has a fertility rate of 1.11%, which is the highest among 8 northeastern states. Tripura is also followed by Sikkim, which presently has a total of 1.03%, and Sikkim is followed by Meghalaya with 0.79%, followed by Manipur with 0.63, Assam with 0.35, Nagaland with 0.28, Arunachal Pradesh with 0.18, and Mizoram has not reported a single COVID-related death. So the result from here, what we get to see is that I've been talking a lot about the COVID-19 mortalities and the people who have succumbed to this virus. Just to update our viewers that so far in the state of Tripura, a total of 245 people have succumbed to this virus. And the total data, that is the latest data that I have in my hand, it says that more than 22,272 people have succumbed, have tested positive to this virus, while the number of recovered patients in Tripura now stands at 15,441, while the number of active cases in Tripura now stands at 6,563. So this is the total COVID data when I speak about the COVID updates and fertility rate. Just to inform our viewer that a central medical team from Delhi comprising of 3 experts had arrived to our state for 10 days. They visited the state's lone COVID hospital, which is Govind Vallabh Pant Hospital. They also visited most of the districts in their district's hospitals, whereas the chief minister had also said that all the district hospitals will be given the infrastructure required to provide treatment for COVID-19 patients. And now, just to inform that the central team during their visit, they have found 3 major reasons behind the sudden surge in COVID-19 case and the COVID-19 deaths. They said that the people did not adhere to social distancing. They also said that people did not wear masks in public place. And the last thing which they said was between September 1st to September 7th, the number of people who were admitted, of that total, 40% people have succumbed to this virus within 24 hours after getting admitted in the hospital. So this means people are reporting to the hospital or to the medical staff lately. So which means when they are very critical after remaining in home isolation or self isolation, rather, I would say, they are reporting to the hospital when it goes out of their control. And therefore, the Tripura state has reported so far more than 245 number of COVID related deaths. Madam.
All right, Chandan, thank you. Also, we've had reports that there is a band called in the state of Tripura. Can you tell us why the band was called and what is the ground situation?
Right. So, Madam, Tripura Pradesh Congress has called down to dusk Bandh, statewide Bandh today, which started from early morning, and it has just finished. Just to show my viewers that some of the vehicle movement we can see in the city since I'm outside. So, the Bandh was called placing 12-point charters of demand by the PCC, which includes giving compensation of rupees 10 lakh, which was announced by the chief minister to the family members of COVID-19 victims, giving cash support of rupees 7,500 to needy people who were affected by this COVID-19 pandemic. Also, giving security to the opposition leader who have been facing attack by miscreants across the state since March 2018. They also said that the government should ensure that the quality education should be given in across the state, and this also includes the recent statement which the Chief Minister Biplab Kumar Dev gave against a section of media threatening the people for misleading people across the state. This is what the Chief Minister had said. So these are among the 12 points of demand which the Congress party had placed. Also to inform our viewers that the Congress party had held picketing across the state, and more than 300 people were arrested for the shooting, and that is what the data I had till the time we had filed a copy, and the copy is already live. I would request our viewers and people from Tripura to read it at www.eastmojo.com, and you will get the news in Tripura section. So right now, what I have been told is that right behind me, this is the Congress Bhavan, where a press conference will be starting in 2 minutes. So we'll get more detail how many people were actually arrested. Was there any incident against BJP or any other party? Because we have seen in the city that at around 11 a.m., while the Congress supporters were holding a protest across this city, a section of miscreants who were also holding the ruling BJP's flag, they started pelting stone and giving slogan provoking the opposition party Congress, which resorted to stone pelting, and later the police and CRPF had to use their force to disperse people from here. More than 80 people were arrested from Agartala city alone, while our sources says that more than around 600 to 700 people were arrested from across the state. So now I'll go inside to attend a press conference. Only then we will get the detailed incident, what had happened, and why, how much successful this protest was today. So for now, a copy is already published with a video link embedded there. I would request our viewers to go through it. Madam.
Yes, Chandan. Before you go to the press conference, can you quickly tell us why the opposition walked out of the state assembly?
Right. So there's also a development coming in from Tripura that we know due to the COVID-19 pandemic, most of the state had cut short their assembly session. That is the monsoon assembly session, which is which takes place usually for 2 to 3 days. But now in Tripura, the assembly session was decided for that it will be held for only one day, that too for 2 to 3 hours, because due to the COVID-19 pandemic, most of the states like Assam, Nagaland, Manipur, all the states had held a single day assembly session without a question answer session. So here, in the BSC meeting, that is the business committee, business advisory committee, which had decided that there will be no question answer session. That day, we saw the opposition CPM MLAs they walk out of that BSC meeting. And today, what we saw was in the business there was no time for the opposition leaders or any legislature to keep their word, to say something, to hold any discussion. So what we saw, the opposition leader and former Chief Minister Mani Sarkar said that only the Chief Minister has been given a chance to place his words, what he has to say to the people, but the opposition MLAs and opposition and ruling MLAs have not been given any chance to keep their side. So this is something against the democracy. The opposition party should be given a chance at least to hold discussion on issues which are important to be discussed. Since after 6 months they got a chance to speak for the people in the legislative assembly, although they were not given any chance to speak, following which we saw the 16 MLAs from CPIM, opposition CPIM, they started protesting in the well of uh, legislative assembly, and later holding their placards which read giving give democracy to people, don't resort to political vendetta, and then later they started walking out towards the BIP road, which is around 1 kilometer away from the state legislative assembly. So a copy is already filed and it will be live in a few minutes. So I would request our viewers to read the copy in the section. But
All right, thank you very much, Chandan. So that was all the developments that we have from Tripura. Like our correspondent Chandan has mentioned, the detailed reports are already live on our website. I request our viewers to go check out the detailed reports on eastmojo.com. Now, moving on to the state of Nagaland here. So far, the status of COVID 19 is concerned, a total of 93 new cases have been reported today. Now, among these 93 new cases, the health minister has informed that out of the total 93 reported, a total of 77 of them are from Dimapur, 13 are from Kohima, and one each is from Tuensang, Longland, and Pak. So we see that Pak, which was free from COVID for some time with no active cases, now has reported COVID 19 again. Also, besides this, the state has reported a total of 223 recovered cases, a total of 223 new recovered cases today, and out of this, 138 of them are from Kohima and 85 of them are from Dimapur. Now, so far, the overall tally is concerned, the total number of confirmed COVID 19 positive cases here in the state of Nagaland has spiked up to 5,544. Now, the number of active cases is at 1,054, and with the new recovered cases, the total number of recovered cases has increased to 4,451. Also, Nagaland has reported 10 confirmed deaths, COVID-19 deaths, and a total of 24 persons have migrated. Now, besides these 10 confirmed deaths of COVID-19, There are five other deaths which are COVID-19 positive, but are not due to COVID-19. And besides that, a total of three deaths are under investigation. And as per the official update that we have received from the state health department, the three deaths that are under investigation are included in the active cases tallied till the time the cause of death is ascertained. So that's for the COVID updates from Nagaland. Also, there is a major development here in the state of Nagaland. Since we were off air yesterday, I'd like to inform our viewers that a major development in regard to the Naga political talks has progressed. Here we found, as per the developments, the NSCNK Congo group, which over a week ago, they have expelled the General Secretary Isak Sumi. Uh, in the latest development, we've got to know that they have revoked this decision, and this decision was made in the presence of the working committee of the NNPGs. Now, the working committee of the Naga national political groups, that's the NNPG, negotiating with the government of India, in a statement, has said that since the political negotiation with the government of India is now nearing a logical conclusion, it is important for the groups under it to be united. So under this deed, a deed was signed between the NSCNK President Kango and General Secretary, where they have reinstated Isak Sumi as the General Secretary. So, so far, this is the development, latest development in regard to the reinstatement of the General Secretary Isak Sumi back to the NSCNK group. A detailed report is already live on our website. I request our viewers to go check it for more information. Now I'm heading on to Manipur, where Sally is waiting for us. Sally, let's first of all begin with the COVID-19 status in your state.
A very good evening, Meadow, and thank you very much for this platform. Yeah, since the COVID update normally comes after 7 p.m., we have not received the latest 24 hours inputs for the COVID-19. But since we do not have a live report yesterday, let me give of yesterday's COVID-19 update. Yesterday, 170 new cases were reported as the COVID-19 positive. With this, the total confirmation in the state stands at 8,894. With this, along with this, 6,767 infected patients have already recovered from the infection. So right now, 2,070 are receiving COVID treatment at various hospitals as well as the COVID care centers. Out of these active cases as of now, 1,755 belongs to the general population, which includes the local transmission cases as well. And another 315 security personnel remain as an active cases right now. So as on yesterday, the recovery rate in Manipur stands at 76.08%. Unfortunately, the COVID-19 has already claimed 57 precious life from the state, with the latest COVID deaths reported yesterday from Imphal East, two from Imphal East. One is the 67-year-old and the other one is 53. So this is the latest COVID-19 report. But in related to the COVID-19, the pandemic that's going on across the world, including Manipur, with this, since there is an adverse impact with the COVID-19 that has hit the economy in the state as well. The state department, in fact, the state personnel department has already announced that all the ongoing recruitment that's happening in the various department has to be put on hold for some time. Only those emergency recruitment process which needs to be taken out, without further delay, has to be taken to prior permission from the competent authority or from the various department that holds the position in the state. So this is the current update when it comes to the recruitment process, but definitely this is also related to the COVID-19 from Manipur. Madam.
Thank you, Sally. We're coming back to you in a short while. Let me just briefly give an update the COVID-19 status here in the state of Sikkim. So far, Sikkim has reported a total of 2,391 confirmed cases of COVID-19. And out of this, currently, the total active cases is at 469. Also, a total of 1,894 out of the grand total has recovered from COVID-19, and Sikkim has reported 28 COVID-19 related deaths. So that's the update we have from Sikkim. Now we're going back to Sally from Manipur, there is a really empowering story where local youths have, voluntarily repaired roads in Ukhrul. Sally, can you tell us more about this?
Yes, a lot of good news, amid this pandemic news that's happening in the state. Definitely, this is kind of a news that somebody has to smile. Yeah, so the latest report, in fact, the story is yet to be on live because our video department are still editing the video. So we wanted to embed the videos along with the stories. So yes, it should be live on our website very soon this evening. But let me just give the cheese of the story, which was over 100 youth. In fact, that belongs to the let me just find the locality name. It's called as Harkui Kate locality. This is also in the Ukhrul district headquarters. So over 100 youth locality, they initiated a crowdfunding where they raised literally the funds from the well wishers and those who wanted to donate. So those assistance that comes from the community itself. They did not take any such schemes or such a financial assistance from the state government, but this is purely from the locality contributor itself. So this specific locality, since there is like difficult of motorable road, and as well as even during this monsoon season, it's difficult to walk past through the roads just to connect the main town as well. So this locality of the youth organizations initiated this constructing, not exactly a constructing road, but repaired those potholes, filling the potholes, as well as repairing the deplorable road which they were not able to walk past. So this was done on Saturday. And the road has now, according to the local youths, they have said that it's completely walkable, even though it's not a black topping road. They are now able to go through, in a proper road, as well as even the vehicles can walk past properly. So it's a very good news that the local youths are getting initiated rather than just depending the help coming from the government itself. Because in fact, the state government cannot look all the problems, every nook and corner, but especially in the hill districts in Manipur, a lot of places have got this road static conditions. So during the monsoon season, the locals, especially living in the remote areas, are unable to come past or come to the main town. So this is a very light news where I request all our viewers to go through our website and then follow the story on the Manipur section. Meadow.
Indeed, a really empowering story coming out from Manipur. At a time when when most of the citizens try to depend on the state governments, this youths here in the state of Manipur are taking matters to their own hands and repairing the bad road connectivity there. Sally has another story coming up, but very quickly, I'm giving the updates from Assam. So far, COVID-19 in Assam is concerned. So, in the state of Assam, a total of 1,56,680 positive cases have been detected, and out of this, currently 28,780 of them are active cases. Um, Assam has more recovered cases as compared to the active cases. A total of 1,27,335 are recovered, and the state has reported 562 deaths and 3 persons have migrated. So we're now going back to Sally again. Sally, another very empowering story coming up from Manipur, where Naga Lat is promoting traditional craft using bamboo. Please tell us more about this. Would love to hear.
Hello.
Yeah,
Am
yes,
I
Sally.
audible, Meadow?
Yes, Sally, please go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So let me report the third stories of today's live report. That yes, a young 26-year-old sorry man from this Lai village, that is in Senapati district, has in fact taking up this traditional making of basket. So it's definitely a pure like bamboo basket, which we normally in most of the Naga villages, if you visit, a lot of villages are using this kind of a basket to fetch water or even to store the rice or to collect the vegetables from the fields itself. So this young man, in fact, he's a graduate student from one of the college based in Manipur. Right after his graduation, he in fact he had an interest of making this kind of handicraft since childhood. But since he wanted to pursue his studies further and later on he wanted to take up this career, he just took up this career just since last November. And since last November, he has been produced a lot of pamper-made baskets, and he is selling those to the customers. So it's a very good news because a lot of youngsters do not want to pursue such kind of a traditional making of baskets. But then he is saying that this is also one way of, self-employment rather than depending to the government jobs. So yes, it is a very nice story, and I request once again to our viewers to go through the website and find this story, this amazing story that inspires to the youngsters. Meadow.
Thank you, Sally, for presenting wonderful stories for our viewers and for us. Now we're heading to Meghalaya, where our correspondent, Princess Giri Rashi, is waiting for us. Princess, if you can hear me, can you please start off with the COVID status in your state of Meghalaya?
Very good evening, Meadow. Indeed, I would begin off with the COVID updates for the state of Meghalaya. Firstly, the total active cases in the state has now increased to a total of 2,111, and a total recovered cases also is now standing at 2,513 and 36 dead. Now, remember, what is happening here is that the deaths in the state, we're seeing a rise every day, and also the new cases that are being recorded in the state is always above the mark of 100. So we're seeing a spike of COVID cases here, and in fact, even the Director of Health Services, that is Dr. Aminwar, he has even acknowledged that there is a community transmission happening in the state, especially in the district of East Khasi Hills, because just in East Khasi Hills itself, the total cases stands at 1,510. If comparing with all other districts, East Khasi Hills has the highest number of active cases. So hence, with this, with these cases also, and remember that random testing is still happening right now in Police Bazaar. We have earlier done a video story also reporting from the place there, from the testing camp, and how the reactions of the people. Earlier there were, huge participation, people coming forward to get themselves tested. But now, as the days go by, it's been reducing the number of people getting themselves tested for COVID-19. And as concerning, like I've mentioned about the deaths, we've seen an increase in the number of deaths, and also, these cases that we're looking at, mostly all the deaths that are happening are mostly, elderly people who are senior citizens, and also there are people who are also from 20 years of age, and earlier last week, which we had reported, was of 15 years old. Meadow.
Oh, okay, Princess. Thank you for the update. There are also reports, now that students are permitted to voluntarily attend schools. I wish to know what's the update there in the state of Meghalaya.
Surely, today itself, because it was on September 17th, the government had issued a notification with a set of guidelines for all the schools and institutions that should be followed. And remember that these guidelines issued by the Education Department of Meghalaya is being followed after the Union Ministry of Home Affairs allowing reopening of schools only for particular issues, like where students can get the parents' consent and go to the schools just to clear their doubts. So today itself, on the 21st of September, we have seen, as the government had allowed that schools are permitted to allow students for some activities to come to the schools to meet the teachers and, for counseling and for addressing hard issues, and then sharing unit lesson plans, assignments, submission of work, student assessment programs, several of these. We've seen students were allowed to visit the schools. And also, the schools, they're supposed to, follow a set of protocols, like several SOPs have been put in place. We have done a story on EastMojo.com if our viewers are interested to check what are the details and the guidelines that the government, the Education Department, Meghalaya government has set up. They can always check the website. The headline of the story is Meghalaya issues notification of reopening of schools, and they can always check the details on the website. Meadow.
Thank you, Princess. There's also another news coming in from Meghalaya, where the SP has issued alert notifications as duping cases in the state is increasing. Can you tell us more about this?
Yes, Meadow. So concerning these duping cases, which we have seen, today the offers are coming up and advertisements, and then you have like financial fraud transactions through shopping facilities available online. And as you see right now with this lockdown, several people are just sitting at home, and then mostly everyone is glued to the phone and using the internet, doing a lot of online shopping. If one fears to go out, they're always shopping online. So OLX app, they've mentioned, is one of the apps where they've seen like fraud transactions happening, and also financial fraud transactions through Google Pay, like Paytm, and then winning of fancy looking lotteries, and then phishing messages, and fraud targeting retired government personnel. So they've clearly, they've informed that the general public have been advised, against responding to such contacts, and then they've also advised them to approach the nearest police station and, complain about such issues or such, phishing emails that they get. They should report immediately to the police. Madhu.
Indeed, time when most of our daily activities are switched online, uh, it has become very important for all of us to stay alert. Well, that's the update we have from Meghalaya, and since our correspondent from Arunachal Pradesh is unable to join us for this evening, I'm giving the COVID updates there in the state of Arunachal Pradesh. So the state has so far reported 7,385 confirmed cases of COVID-19, and out of these, a total of 1,964 are active cases, 5,408 are recovered cases, and Arunachal Pradesh has so far reported 13 COVID-19 related deaths. I'd also like to give the updates for Sikkim, where a total of 2,391 COVID-19 positive cases has been detected, and out of this, 469 are currently active, 1,894 of them are recovered and 28 are dead. I think I've just repeated myself from Sikkim, but I'll head on to Mizoram now. Mizoram has reported 1,585 confirmed cases. Out of these, 573 are active cases, and 1,012 of them are recovered. Two are migrated, and very fortunately, Mizoram has so far not reported a single COVID-19 related death. Um, so that brings us to the end of this evening's My Report session. Um, for more details of the stories that we've discussed this evening, I request our viewers, our readers to go check out our website at www.eastmojo.com. You can also connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, or you can directly write to us at editor@eastmojo.com. Also, don't forget to watch our exclusive videos from the region, where videos exclusively are uploaded on our YouTube channel at EastMojo. If you happen to go there, do like, share, subscribe to us. Also, press on the bell notifications there on our YouTube channel to receive the latest updates from us. And as developments continue across the region, we'll come back to you with more developments tomorrow at the same time and same place. But till then, it is my request for you all to stay home, stay safe, and stay tuned to eastmojo.com. I'm Madeline Ambrosia, signing off for this evening.